let's start kind of with the traditional dominant team in this division, at least for the past decade. I feel like the New Orleans Saints have been the best team over a while. Had Jameis Winston experience last year. Wasn't a great experience for them. And then Dennis Allen, is he a good coach? Is he a bad coach? We're not sure yet, especially with everything he went through, Andy Dalton and injuries. What are your thoughts on the Saints right now?
I feel like this is a team that should be a fringe wild card / division winner. We don't really know what to see in Derek Carr yet. Last year, he was pretty spotty with Josh McDaniels, had a lot of talent, probably should have played better than what he did. But he has a fresh start. He's going to have Chris Olave. He's going to have Mike Thomas. That defense, is it still going to be formidable like it's been over the last decade? So a lot of question marks. I do think that they'll be contending for the division come season's end, though.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough division because I feel like the Falcons have like the most talent in the division. And then everyone else, you're like, Baker, I don't know.
Question marks everywhere.
Yeah, question marks everywhere. So let's get into it. We are starting out at home versus the Tennessee Titans.
I'll give them the win here. I think Derek Carr, after all the doubters, doubting whether or not he can still play, I think he's going to come up with a flare, start the season, get a win against the Titans.
Get a win against the Titans. Okay, well, we are on to week 2 and 2-game road stretch here, but we're only going to Carolina to face off against the New Look Panthers at 7:15 on Monday night.
I'll actually pick the Panthers here, believe it or not. I think the Panthers could win this game. This is a team that I think is going to have a lot of ups and downs. I think they'll most likely split with the Panthers, so I'll give them the win.
Okay. And then we are going from Carolina all the way across the country to Green Bay, facing off against Coach Eyebrows.
Coach Eyebrows. I'm going to give the win to Dennis Allen here. I think the Saints win this game.
Saints win that game. Yeah, that's a weird game, but it's still in September in Lambeau. And then we are back home after a 2-game road trip, facing off against Baker Mayfield.
Okay, win. I'm excited to see your Bucks preview because I just don't think it'll be very kind to South Florida. Maybe
kind of similar to my
Cardinals one.
Yeah. And then so we are 3-1 now, but we're going up to New England.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give New England the edge here. I think Patriots turning things around, should have a more efficient offense than last year. Plus, I think their defense can shut down this offense.
Okay. And then after that, another 2-game road trip. We are going to Houston, facing off against CJ Stroud and the New Look Texans.
I believe I gave the Texans the win here in our preview, so I'll stay consistent there. I'll have the Texans winning that game.
Texans winning that game. All right, so we're 3-3. Not too bad for the Saints. And then we're going back home, but facing off against Southern Pride and the Jaguars.
I think Jacksonville takes the win here. Much more firepower. Trevor Lawrence, potentially an MVP candidate this year. Calvin Ridley, I like them a lot more in this game.
All right, so started out hot. Now it's kind of like, what is going on here? Start the year, people are questioning things about the team, and we have to go to Indianapolis, though.
Indianapolis, I think they can turn things around in Indianapolis. This is a team that will be searching for their identity, that being the Colts. Is Anthony Richardson starting? How good is their run game? I'll give the Saints the edge here.
All right, so Saints go take care of business in Indianapolis. Then we are back home versus Chicago.
Chicago, this is going to be a great game. I'll give the edge to the Bears, though. I think the Bears are much harder to stop than the Colts, so give me the edge to the Bears.
All right, so we are losers at home versus the Bears. Another 2-game road trip. We're going on the road. Another NFC North team. We're facing off against the Vikings.
Vikings, this is a game I think they can win.
Okay.
I think the Vikings should win this game, but at the same time, I don't think this is an unwinnable game for the Saints. Saints are kind of fighting for mediocrity here. I think they get the win.
All right, so we get the win in week 10. So we are 5-5 heading into our bye in week 11, which I feel like this is a great time to have a bye. You're 5-5. You can still make a push. Probably still division in sight. What do you think of a week 11 bye?
That's great for them because I think at this point they'll probably need it. This is a team that is a little bit older than some of the other teams in the division. So having that bye kind of somewhat mid-season is going to help them a lot.
All right. And then off the bye, we're going to Atlanta.
By this time, I think Atlanta's starting to roar. I think Falcons take care of business and they get the win, pushing the Saints below 500 again.
All right, so we are 5-6, and then we are back at home, but we're facing off against the Lions.
Nope. Nope. At this point, same idea. I think the Lions at this point are ascending and potentially fighting for the 1 seed. So let me give the Lions win here.
Okay, and that was actually the first of a 3-game homestand here. And then we finished the last 2 of the 3 games on the road to finish the season. But up next, we have the Panthers.
Panthers, I think they win this game here. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, always loud there, always roaring. I think they get the win.
Okay, and then, I already know where this one's going. We're facing the Giants.
Give me a break. Can they contain Daniel Jones? Give me a break. Give me a win here. 100%.
All right, so we're 500. But that's kind of a problem because you're somewhat of a leader yourself of the Stetson Bennett fan club. And they're going on Thursday Night Football to Los Angeles, facing off on Prime Video against Stetson Bennett, potentially.
Stetson Bennett? Ooh. And by then, he could be in the Rookie of the Year candidate at this point.
Yeah.
Plus, you have Sean McVay, the Campbell's King. I think I got to give the Rams the win here.
Got to give the Rams the win?
I got to.
Football?
Got to give respect to McVay and Bennett, the next power duo of the NFL.
All right. Showing some promise, but we're now 7-8. But that's okay. We're going on the road to Tampa.
Tampa, they should be able to beat Tampa twice. I think they should be able to sweep, unless if Baker wants to play upset ball, but I don't think he's got it in him.
Okay. And then to be announced, this could be the best game of the week. Both of these teams could be fighting for a playoff spot and to get into the playoffs. We have them facing off at home versus the Falcons in potentially a division clinching battle.
Ooh.
You like Desmond Ridder or Derek Carr here?
I have no idea. I'm going to pick the Falcons to edge them out.
Okay.
I think the Falcons win. Young team, a lot of enthusiasm around them. I think Bijan's going to be really nice for them. So I'll take the Falcons to beat them and clinch the division.
Okay. So we're 8-9 to finish that. I think the Saints may be a little bit better than that. I think they could, with this schedule, they could get to probably 9 to 10 wins. I would definitely have them beating the Rams in there and probably Houston as well. But overall, I think 8 to 10 wins is realistic for them. And who knows with Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, I think this is a team that anywhere between 8 to 10 wins is my expectation for them. If anything below that, I think they've underachieved, and anything above that, I think they've overachieved.
Yeah, and I feel like with the Saints this year, it's really going to come down to who is Derek Carr and who is going to show up, because we've seen Derek Carr look like an MVP in some years. I believe it was his 3rd year in the league, and then he broke his back, unfortunately. And then he kind of was never the same. We saw flashes of it where he outdueled Justin Herbert. Kind of anointed too early, and he was able to get them into the playoffs over the Chargers. And then we've just seen him fall apart. There's definitely a lot of friction with the Raiders, so I'm interested to see, is a change of pace going to help him, or is it just going to be another story of Michael Thomas is hurt, Alvin Kamara is banged up. We don't really have too many weapons on offense besides the guy we drafted last year. So it's definitely going to be a tough year for them, especially I believe they lost another piece on the offensive line.